It's Sunday afternoon. I'm just about to go in and edit a video, the one that you are just about to watch. But before that, we're going to start yesterday in Berlin. Then I'm going to show you a little bit of Agritechnica, not too much because I feel like you've seen too much of it anyway. And then we'll get into actually what I've been up to today. Quick stop before we get the tram to the airport at the Berlin Wall Memorial. So the wall used to go from pretty much across Germany, split east and west. One side was Soviet and the other side was sort of with Europe, I suppose. I never realised it's made of L blocks. Yeah, you could have used it for grain walling with a tube on the top. So I think that's West Germany. That was East Germany. Presume that's like been put up just to simulate it. According to the calculator, north's that way. So that means this is East Germany. Sort of Soviet style buildings. And that's West Germany, which is a little bit more European. It's obviously sort of evened up over the years. Now on the Imants stand, and I've just met an old friend, Felix Peters, who I've known for about 20 years from when we used to have Spader machines, and he's got this whopper here. What is it?
It's a perfect spading machine. It's about 12 feet wide, and it will do an excellent tillage between about 10 and 15 inches. And it will do some heavier land and some lighter land. And we have all kinds of variations. We can also go very deep, as you know. And so it's a perfect machine, and we're happy to be here in the Agritechnica in Hanover.
This one here is one of the biggest you make, and what you said that goes 5 foot deep nearly?
No, it's more than, it's 5 foot. Let me see, it's 1.5 meter, 1 meter 35, so it's
nearly
6 feet.
Yeah. So you can use that for kind of like bringing up new soil or burying rubbish soil or mixing off the pipelines and things like that.
And you know, like breaking up hard pans. So that's what we do.
Yeah, and this is obviously got legs on it as well to pull it.
Yeah, they're ripper legs with the hydraulic breakout for when there are stones.
Yeah.
So that's really important. And you can also use this and put a power harrow at the back, for example.
Right. Yeah.
And we have a foldable one, a 20-foot wide foldable one, with a seeder on top, so it's all in one pass.
Oh, so it's a tool carrier as well as just putting a spader on it.
Exactly,
you can put
because it's a Cat 4 or Cat 3, whatever you want, on the back with all the drive-through.
Yeah.
And that's what we do.
Brilliant. I'm going to show you a smaller one in a minute. These are some of the smaller ones. It's about 2 meters. This is a little tiny like rotavator thing. So I was the first person in the UK to have one with a drill on. And I used to do some of the events at cereals. So I used to have an Accord front tank similar to that one and a drill on the back. In fact, that's even got a power harrow on the back. This is what you need for when it's a wet year, to be honest. You can get all sorts of different spade arrangements. We used to run with them ones on, but you can have this one for heavy soils. And then that roller on the back, because it's powered, it pushes the stones in and buries them. That's how it's driven, by chains. Yeah, I could have done with one this year, to be honest. That's just what it'll go through. There's the one planting potatoes. There's one working in extreme wet conditions, but it's getting rid of the water and it pushes you along.
So this is a strawing corporation.
Yeah.
And they have a Lemken power harrow in the front to just level the straw a little bit.
We do that as well. We do it with a coon.
Yeah. And you have our machine then, huh? Obviously, yeah.
Like what did you put on, about 200 ton of straw to the acre?
No, it's not quite so much.
That's what I was telling them.
On about 50 ton a hectare.
It's a 20-20-58.
It is 50 ton a hectare.
With that driven roller. And I was telling them that the last machines that we sell
no,
now
it does
for
well, but
Strong
we're getting big. It's a deep pocket.
If anyone's struggling to dig potatoes at the moment, Get one of these on the back of a Zeri on a crawler, nice and light. Little web comes up, let the soil fall off the bat and just pick the potatoes into boxes. It's even got a light, an LED light. And it's completely stainless steel spreader. Be alright for spreading salt, that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because you'd never need to clean it. Today on the JCB stand, Martin is drawing a horse and I drew Peppa Pig. And what did you draw, Louise?
Mine's a horse, isn't it? Mine's the only one that looks...
Well, what was that?
That was your handiwork.
Oh, was that? It was your horse?
That was mine.
That's my pig.
It's a long story, but we were drawing horses. Anyway, we're off. Bye.
You're global now.
We're just on Trimble looking for someone we know. There's fancy cameras here reading the crop. That's been 3D printed, hasn't it? I always ask where my weather station's from. It's a Sencrop one and I'm on the stand. They've not changed at all from mine. But what they are bringing out is this, which you put in the ground and it tells you the moisture content of the ground at, what, every 10 centimetres?
Exactly 60 centimeters deep and a measurement every 10 centimeters.
So it'll plug in to one of these, I presume, will it?
Exactly.
So you can see when it's rained how far the moisture's gone down and whether you're going to squash the ground or whether it's dried at the top to do top work. So we're trialling them in January, so we'll have a go with that. Right, I've got a scratch card. Let's see if it works. I've scratched it off and I've won a free month's subscription to their weather app. But I think it'll work for everyone, so if everyone scans that, see if it'll work for you. Now this morning as a family we were supposed to be going to visit Father Christmas with James and Clara, but sadly while we were travelling home yesterday Clara was taken into hospital. It's all good now, she's completely on the mend, so you'll see a bit more in a minute, but yeah, so we take James to see Father Christmas with Charlotte's mum and dad, and then me and Olivia then go to visit Clara in the hospital. Are we off to see Father Christmas, are we, James, at Housing Units? Is it breakfast with Santa, James?
Yeah. Where's his hat
Should we go and see who this is? Is it? Who is it? Did you get a selfie, James? No. You want a picture with that? The straw elevator. No. It's scary. She definitely looks a lot better. Although she looks tired. Class blanket. Just come out of the hospital. Good news, Clara's coming home in a bit. Someone gave me a ticket as I was at the machine this morning that someone had given to them, and then we've just given it to someone else. So,
It's still 3 o'clock.
yeah. So, FU parking company at the hospital. Share the wealth. Just following a Kia there. It's got some truck nuts on it. Costco on a wet Sunday afternoon is a bad idea. It was absolutely heaving. We've got to queue to get in. There's a queue round the roundabout by Bent's Garden Centre because everyone's going there as well.
Have you got pockets?
Yeah. This is where I find I left me Costco card in the hotel to keep the lights and the charger on. Charge the power banks while I was out eating tea. Good news, we hadn't left the card keeping the electrics running in a hotel room in Germany, but we might have brought the wrong car. It's in. I think it's lost its competitive advantage. It's a little bit windy, but I thought I'd just come and see what the wheat's looking like at Rain Hill because it's a little bit lighter ground up here, and it does look a bit wet. It's a bit tinge to it, which is good. It is very windy, but Looks okay, I think. There you go, it's less windy in the car. It's all there. But problem is, this land's light land, so it's taking the rain okay. If we get dry weather in sort of May again, that's when it dies off and doesn't yield. So anyway, at least we've got some wheat growing. Good job, because I've sold some forwards. You know, the other day I was wondering where the battery was in the Yaris. It's under the boot floor. I've just found it, lifting that out because the cat litter bag had burst. There's cat litter everywhere. There is a little bit more of Agritechnica, but I'll show you that during the week because I feel like you've had a machinery and Agritechnica overload. But we'll just take this opportunity though to thank DLG for the hospitality out there for me and Martin, and we've really enjoyed it, and it was just excellent. If you do go to Agritechnica though, you need at least 4 or 5 days, especially if you want to see every hall there. We think we went in every hall, but we certainly, some of them we just walked straight through because we didn't have time to look at everything, which is a shame. It's just too big. I think there's 28 or 25 different halls of stuff. Massive. People keep saying it's 1,000 acres. I'm not sure. I will actually measure it. Maybe that's today's quiz question. How big is the Agritechnica halls? Don't know. Anyway, dead quick birthday bumper. There is definitely a dodgy name on here, but anyway. Got, I think it's Arnie Turner's 15, James Kirkup 38, Mark and Natalie Heritage, happy 5th wedding anniversary. David Neal is on there. Willie Stoker is also on there as well. So yeah, £52,192. It only seems a couple of minutes since it was, a couple of days since we hit 50,000, and we're already well over £2,000 over. Anyway, normal business is resumed tomorrow. Might chase up them parts. A little bit of confusion actually whether they're on the way or not. But there's no point in them arriving when Morgan was off in Germany and I was away. This needs a pipe on it as well and a new head gasket, and then we can get this out of the workshop. So we can get that out, concentrate on the 1690. We're going to have to get the combine in here as well, I think, and warm it up because it's wet and damp. And we've got to put the lights on that ready for taking it to Bolesworth Castle for the beginning of December. So loads to do, but if we can get that out of the way, we'll have a bit of room to get the combine in. Just don't know how quick the bits will arrive, to be honest. I better chase them up tomorrow. I keep forgetting. I remember at night, and the next morning I've totally forgot. Anyway, what has been your best bit of Agritechnica? You might not have actually seen it yet. Let us know in the comments, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, no, actually, another thank you to the staff and the nurses at Oldham Hospital, because Clara went in very poorly indeed, and they wasted no time. They straight through and give her antibiotics immediately, because what she had could have turned into, is it sepsis, which you don't have long. So they were straight on it, and then they did all the tests then to find out exactly what it was, and which time the antibiotics had kicked in, and she's a lot brighter. So she should hopefully be home in about half an hour. So yep, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.